definitely a sherry note on top and raisins. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a really expensive whiskey without an age statement on it. It's the Auchentoshan Solera, and it costs around 150. For a whiskey without an age statement, well, quite expensive. But this one is something special. This banderole shows all the details. And what are they saying here? Every single drop triple distilled. Here you see these 3 stills on top and the drop below. And every single drop of this whiskey is triple distilled. Well, there are some distilleries in the Highlands I'm aware of which have a triple distillation equipment present, but these distilleries do not triple distill every drop of their whiskey. They have special production procedures, and there are also whiskies produced on those distilleries, on those stills, which are only twice distilled. So this is the unique selling proposition of Auchentoshan, that they distill every drop. Today we are the only distillery in Scotland to triple distill every drop we create, an Auchentoshan tradition that goes back to 1823. Tasting notes: to the eye, deep bronze; to the nose, nuts, raisins and beeswax; to the tongue, full-bodied and complex with hints of marzipan and toasted almonds; to the end, dates, toasted almonds and chocolate. 48% ABV, quite high for an Auchentoshan, and it's non-chill filtered. And here in front they say Solera. We know the Solera procedure from Jerez, Spain, where they produce the sherry, and there they have a mixing vat where they pour the casks of sherry in, and then they wait for some time for a marriage period, and then they fill half of this vat into the bottles and add fresh casks to the residual half of the liquid. And with this, there's again a mixture, and then again half is filled into bottles, added on top. So this Solera procedure is for having a constant taste over time and over multiple casks. But Auchentoshan does not use this procedure. They call it just Solera because they use Pedro Ximénez casks from Jerez to finish this whiskey. Sticky sweetness, depth and incredible color, matured in a selection of fine oak. Here we go. Hopefully the bottle is not dropping. Yeah, here it is. It's incredibly dark. So put the card box here, have a picture in the back. So this one is really, really dark. And I remember bottles from, they came on the market in 2000, or slightly before 2000. They were 1977 and 1978 bottles of Auchentoshan. They were as dark as this bottle is. And if you look on the back, it says, with artificial color. Or no, with sugar caramel. So what does this color in this bottle has a meaning if they say they use spirited caramel to adjust the color to the different batches. How big is the batch? How often do we see this bottle? Will there be more than one batch? This is expensive. There will not be this big demand for these bottles. So probably there's only one batch. And then adjust for different colors. So, well, this is not written on every bottle, but just for the bottles for Denmark and for Germany. There's the law that they have to say what is in the bottle and if they have added color. So this bottle is quite rare because it's only for the travel value. So the chance that you get your fingers on such a bottle is quite small. So hopefully they added, really as they said, just a little bit for the adjustment. And how old and how strong the sherry is, we will notice shortly. Definitely a sherry note on top, and raisins, and spiciness from the oak, nuttiness. The beeswax, not really. No, probably later after the first sip. There's more. There's this marzipan, rose water from the marzipan, and almonds. Almonds is the main ingredient of marzipan. Full, complex, intense. So this one is no easy liquid colored. No, this is a real good whiskey. Well, there are only very few whiskies without an age statement on the label, which cost 150. Not really much, not really many. Yeah. Mouth-watering, full, strong. The 48% are present, carries the taste. Chocolate rising, dark chocolate rising. And it's not that sweet as one would expect from a Pedro Ximénez cask. You know where Pedro Ximénez comes from? Pedro Ximénez. It was transferred in Spanish into Pedro Ximénez. But it's long ago. It's not the Siemens from this electrical company. No, it's from the 18th century. Caramel, dark fruit, plums, dates, figs. But it's quite intense, quite impacting, so it might not be that old as one would expect. Definitely a good one. And the finish does not lead to such a bitter, dark chocolate, cocoa strong whiskey, but to a smoother, more fruity whiskey. I would have guessed that this one is no Oloroso and no Pedro Ximénez cask. The Pedro Ximénez sherry, during fermentation, they stop the fermentation process quite early so that there is a residual sugar in the Pedro Ximénez so that it keeps sweeter. And then, of course, in Spain, if the Pedro Ximénez is finished and ready for bottling, they add Paxaret. This is a a juice from grapes, which is concentrated by cooking. That was put formerly in sherry casks in Scotland, but then from 88, I think, it was forbidden. But in the Pedro Ximénez, or in the sherries from Spain, the Paxaret is still in. So this one is missing. And now caramel and vanilla are developing. Yeah. Not that smooth, strong, full impact, fully flavored, complex, and showing oakiness. Yeah, really a good one. There's the Auchentoshan 3-wood on the market. It's quite comparable to this one. I think it's a little sweeter. It also carries no age statement on it. In former times, we were told it was 14 years old. You can't tell how it is now. And it costs a third of this bottle. Is this bottle 3 times better than the 3-wood? It's always that you have to pay a premium for a better product. And also in this case, is it 50% better? Is it double good than the 3-wood? I have no idea. It's definitely different, not that sweet, and more intense. Yeah, thank you for watching. There's more to come. Feel free to share this video with your friends and give your comments in our whiskey database on Whisky.com. Thank you for watching.